hit after hit after hit. I've gone up nearly 1,000 subs in the last month.
That's really good.
I'm almost at 10K. Like we're gonna hit it. It's gonna happen. I never thought. I'd like to thank my mom for birthing me. That's really about it. That's all people I can thank.
How about your dad, who supplied the
Zestia first comment, but he put last. I like that. Oh man,
frickin' Z.
Oh goodness. See, I had something that I was gonna say about Zestia. Yo, what's up, everyone? Okay, so I just wanna. You know what, Jay-Z? The more and more I realize that we've been doing this for a long time, the more and more I realize that I just don't want to start it off with an intro every week. You know, like I like the structured and professionalism that, you know, saying like, hey guys, Scare9 here, last word, blah blah blah. But you know what, like. We have to do so much of that in our daily lives. Does it even matter? Can we just open up and say, we're going to talk about shit today. I want your opinions.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like juggle chainsaws or something. I was
juggle
so
chainsaw.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
They have to be flaming though.
That's the 10,000 subscriber special. Jason.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
So I do want to start off. We're not going to do an intro because that's for losers. This is Jay-Z Basketball. Say hi.
Yeah, I'm here.
Boom. So for everyone new, we have a lot of new people. This is the Last Word podcast. Essentially, it's where we either praise Bungie and ask for your opinions, or we condemn Bungie's every action and we ask for your opinions. Either way, your opinions are extremely important to us. So let us know what you're thinking down in the live chat down below. We read them off. We talk about it. It's going to be fun. Couple notes. One, this is episode 45. I just realized that we are less than a month away from have been doing this for an entire year. So that's a lot of wasted Fridays. So thank you guys for sticking around with us. But we're going to talk about Eververse. I really want to open up with this. Also, if my computer crashes during this stream, this will be the last time it ever happens because Christmas is like 3 days away, and that's when it gets fixed, all right? But, so yeah, Eververse is killing Destiny. I just want to start off by saying up to this point, I've always been on Bungie's side. I've always tried to, you know, give them the benefit of the doubt. They've done some stupid stuff. And up to this point, it's been kind of excusable. Well, not really excusable, but I can see where maybe a mistake was made and they quickly alleviated the problem. The final kind of middle finger from Bungie, to me at least, the thing that makes me really pissed off about how the Dawning has turned out is the shader kind of controversy, I guess you can say. And so Jay-Z, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but so you can get the same shaders from the Eververse engrams and the little mini gift quests, the gift in return quests that you can do each day. You can get the same shaders, but in your inventory they are. Actually, I can show freaking on stream. Look at this. It's an awesome. I have visual aids. They are actually labeled as two different spots. Actually, I don't have any in my inventory. Oh, yeah. So, as everyone can see, there's two different ones. So, I have the same shader, but it's in two spots based on where I earned them. And if I dismantle the ones I got from the engrams, it gives me bright dust. And if I dismantle the ones I did from the gifts, it gives you legendary shards. And I know that's not like a huge thing, but to me, that says a company is spending more time trying to make sure I don't get 7 bright dust than making sure I'm enjoying this game. And to me, that's kind of ridiculous. Like, just the development time that had to go into that. You had to have had someone code the same thing twice, put the same visual assets on it. You know, make sure the RGB codes are all the same for, you know, what it actually codes for in terms of colors and how it makes your armor look. You had to make sure that whenever you dismantled it, the codes were completely separate to give you different items. Like, work had to go into that. And it's purely so the player doesn't get a couple hundred extra bright dust. I think Dado did the calculation. You can't get more than 700 extra bright dust, I believe, if you do every single gift every single day and dismantle every single shader. You can't get more than, I think it was 700. It might have been a lower number than that. Extra bright dust. And to me, like I said, there's been a few controversies. The XP thing, I can definitely see how, you know, that's an accident. You know, miscommunication. This seems very deliberate. And I don't know where we go for here. I don't know. Like, to me, and Jay-Z, we'll get to you in a second, of course. I always end up hogging most of the time. I apologize. I like to talk. To me, I think the best way for them to fix this is just to get rid of fucking Eververse. Like, it's at this point, more of the game, more of the grind is in paying to win. Like, it takes, on average, more money than we spent for the damn game to get everything. For the Dawning alone, there are 59 exclusive, brand new Eververse items that are limited to the 3-week Dawning event that are only obtainable. You get 7 to 9 free engrams. We're not really sure if you get a free one per week yet. 7 to 9 free engrams. It's 2 items per engram. It is impossible to get one of each of all 59. So that means if you want to be a collector, you have to spend, on average, more money than you spent for the game to get one of everything. And to me, that along with the shader thing and the watered down loot pool that the gift and returns give you, man, it's just like it's just enough, you know? Like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. Like, just get rid of fucking Eververse. Put that stuff in the game where we can earn it. And that's a good intro. Welcome to this week's episode. Yeah. What do you think, Jay-Z?
It's the non-rant show, brought to you by Scaro9 and Jay-Z.
Yeah, man. 25. It's the thing. Like, I don't rant often, but when I do, I'm very passionate about it. And it's like, this is garbage. Like, this is not something. This is not Luke Smith saying like, oh, I'm project leader and this is my responsibility. I just overlooked this. I don't know if someone higher up. I don't know if Pete Parsons at Bungie was like, yo, this needs to be done. I don't care whose call it was. It should have never made it into the game, and the fact that it is shows a disconnect somewhere. I don't know. Like I said, I doubt this was Luke Smith's call. Personally, I do. I think it was a higher up. It seems like more of a business side move than a game developer move.
So
but whoever,
let me ask you this though.
Okay.
Do you think it could be Activision, like asking for?
My thing with Activision, I think it's easy to throw blame at Activision. They're the big bad guy, and it very well could be Activision. I mean, it could. I don't think Activision cares as long as Bungie is making them money. I think, like, you know, they're the publisher. They want their cut or whatever. I think as long as Bungie is providing some form and hitting their profit margins. Like, this entire thing is definitely fueled by Activision, I would say. But I don't think Activision is directly saying, like, no, all the shaders need to be separated based on pay to win or stuff that you got for free. Like, that feels like a very corporate Bungie move, so they hit their goals set out by Activision, to me.
Yeah. So I think, if they're going to have that many items that are brand new for a 3-week event, they need to continue to keep them in the loot pool, at least for the whole winter season. But then that's adding another 53 items to the loot pool.
59,
sorry.
No, it's a small difference, but I mean, that's countless engrams.
No,
right?
I mean, it's even more, yeah. So, and on top of that, like, even if you're spending real money on these engrams, you're not guaranteed to get the stuff that you don't have. You have a higher chance of getting it, obviously. Or, like, if you say you got all the emotes or you got all the, like, I think you can only get the emotes once and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
I'm pretty sure everything's pretty much limited to once except for the shaders.
Yeah, so I mean, but the shaders and the sparrows and ships though probably aren't, because I think I've gotten the same ones.
Maybe the legendary versions. I don't think you can get the exotic one. Maybe no. I don't know. I'm not positive, man. Either way, it only makes it worse if you can't get them multiple times.
Yeah. So you're talking about spending real money to get all these items, and I mean that some of them are alright. I look through it. There's some cool looking stuff, but I'm not all like light blue winter looking stuff anyways. That's not my jam, so it's not as big of a deal to me. But people that want to collect this stuff, like, that sucks, especially since you can't, like you were saying earlier, you get legendary shards for dismantling. Like, whose idea was that? Like, who thought that was a great idea?
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like, I can. It's kind of like that meme where they're like, you know, what can we do to make this better? And then the guy with the actual good idea gets thrown out the window. I feel like someone was like, you know, they're going to be pretty pissed off about that. At this point, right, I just feel like there's a player who before every single move was like, they're going to get pissed off at this. And then the higher ups are like, nah, they'll be fine. And then something blows up. Like, I personally feel like the Destiny or the fan base is one of the most intelligent fan bases there is out there. I mean, we crunch numbers, right? Like before the Dawning came out, we knew every item in the database, and based on the odds in the API, we knew the average number of engrams you would have to buy or earn to get everything. Like, we're smart. We have access to all this stuff. It's not hard to use a calculator. Like, come on.
But I guarantee you, they didn't think people would do the math that quick.
Well, like, they need to start freaking learning, right? like
and that's been my whole point for this game so far. It's like they're doing all the same stuff that they did in Destiny 1. Like,
at this point, it's even worse. You know, in Destiny 1,
I mean, in Destiny 1, they didn't bring Eververse until, what was it, Taken King?
Yeah, Taken King. I think it was the first Dawning was the actual...
because they
Festival of the Cost. Festival of the Cost was the first.
The Lost?
Festival of the Cost. Get it? Okay. It's a pun.
Yeah.
Haha.
No, I don't. Can you explain that? No,
Look, and it's only exemplified by the fact, like, you have these shaders, and on top of this insane divide that makes zero sense, they're one-time use shaders, which I've never been pissed off at before, but we have 3 weeks to earn these shaders, and I don't personally like any of the shaders. But if you like these shaders and you want to put these shaders on a year 3 raid set, well, fuck you, right? Because you're going to have to hold on to these shaders for 2 more years and make sure you don't delete or use them. Like...
Yeah, because you know that the whole shader, like, because they, you know, let you hold a ton of shaders, so you never have to try to delete them.
Like I said, everyone in chat, let me know what you're feeling. I don't want to rant alone here. Like, you know, if you want to play devil's advocate, go ahead. We'll refute it. We usually spend about an hour if you're new here. It's a discussion piece. It's not only us ranting and talking. My favorite thing, I know Jay-Z really enjoys it too, is the interaction with you guys. So let us know what you think. But
so here's the other point. Like, I hate beating a dead horse going back to Destiny 1, but I think that they did it much better because they made emotes, which you didn't have to have an emote to do anything in the game, and like certain sparrows, and
you could buy them directly.
Yeah,
you could buy them. Like if you looked at a emote, you're like, oh, this is costing me $2 in real life.
Yes.
You know, I can swing that. In Destiny 1, it's like, oh, this freaking ramen emote's costing me a kidney. Yeah. Maybe. I might have to sell my other one too.
Or you have to hope that Tess sells it on one of the weeks, and she didn't sell all the emotes, like all the exotic ones.
And you know, another thing is they made such a big deal about that. They're like, oh, every piece is going to be for sale during the duration of the Dawning. But they forgot to mention that to buy all 59 pieces, it will take over 39,000 bright dust.
Oh, that's it? Oh, I have that much sitting around.
Oh, you have 39,000 bright dust sitting around?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
We're like, what? You know, like, oh man, 39,000 bright dust to buy one of everything. It hurts my head, man. You know, like, this is not okay. This is not. If there was a grind, if I could sit there all day and kill enemies in something like the original Festival of the Lost, where I can grind these candies by killing enemies. I turn it in and I get a chance to get a specific mask. You know, if there's something like that, yes, you know, you are encouraging me to play the game. I should not, like, this is, okay, best analogy, best metaphor. Destiny 2 right now is more like a Sam's Club than a video game. Where you have to pay a membership fee to spend money to get more stuff. Like, and like I said, I usually give them the benefit of the doubt. Most of the Eververse stuff is, you know, it's there forever. All the good things that you want, mostly for me, the exotic ornaments, they never leave between seasons. So if I miss, like, say, like the Mida Multi-Tool ornament in Season 1, well, I can just grind out Season 2. I just play more of the game. That encourages you to play the game. While that might not be the best way to unlock ornaments, it still doesn't hinder my progress as a player. This, for 3 weeks, limiting it and not making them grindable through that game, and the fact that Illuminated engrams don't award stuff from the Season 2. You know, they made an entirely new set of engrams for the Dawning. Like, it's just too much. This isn't free live events. This is a way to fund your contract with Activision or something, or we're paying for someone's yacht right now, and obviously, and right off the back of something like EA doing the Battlefront 2 thing too, it's like there's such a disconnect. Someone just needs to learn how to use freaking Reddit, you know? Like, if they could just learn to read what makes people mad, and then if you know what pisses people off and you're still in a higher up position, still making these mistakes, you do not deserve your job. If whoever's making these shots turns it around really quick and they're like, you know what, the players are not enjoying this. If they enjoy our content, they'll buy more of the expansions. That's how we'll meet our deadlines and stuff, is by making a product that people actually want to put money into. Then if they can make it the complete 180, fine, keep your job. That's fine. I don't want to wish anyone out of a job, but if you're single-handedly bringing down an entire studio in their flagship franchise, like you don't need to be where you are. Very obviously. I mean, Destiny 2 was the second highest purchased game in 2018. I think it was the highest pre-ordered game of all time. And these problems, these simple problems, are throwing away the fan base that you have built. Like, I have wasted... I don't want to say wasted. I've dedicated so much of my life to Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, making videos and playing and having fun and raiding. And to think that that's being challenged by a simple microtransaction system is just like, how the hell did the world get here? You know? Yeah,
so let me throw a hypo, because a lot of, because I know in Destiny 1, microtransactions fueled the live team.
Which I might add, was at a time where we were not getting content. That was like, we needed those live events. Correct. Destiny would have died if we didn't have the Dawning, or the Age of Triumph, or the April update. Destiny would not be here if people did not buy from Eververse.
Yes.
Okay,
sorry. So let me ask you this. Like, obviously, we don't want the current system that's in. But what if they make... Because microtransactions are reality in modern video games. It's just... That's how it is. I can't really name a game. Can you name a game that doesn't have them?
That does not have them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you can pick, like, a single-player game. DLC doesn't count, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So, like, any horror single game... probably doesn't have single-player game. Probably doesn't have them, but I get what you're saying. The majority of games, you know, it was freaking Candy Crush's fault. Screw you.
so let's throw this hypothetical out there. What if they, instead of like buy for cosmetic items and stuff, they charge, say, $2.50 to $5 to gain 25 more spaces in your vault, or something like that, or an extra
I still think that feels sketchy. The best way for them to do it is like SRL year 1. Or SRL year 2. The very first time SRL came around, where there was an optional book that you could buy for $10. There's a record book, gave you some extra things to grind for, an exclusive armor set, an exclusive Sparrow. But guess what? It was like you were actually, you know, everyone still got to participate and get base rewards in an armor set and amazing stuff from SRL. But the people who put $10, and this is only $10, this isn't the $60 to $80 that you could put into Eververse now. The people that put $10 in, that, you know, for most people that's equivalent of working like an hour, if not less than that, right? Most adults probably make quite a bit more than that. That's not much. So you need to, it doesn't need to be like, there needs to be an experience. You cannot sell cosmetics. It's stupid, and you cannot limit people to. I get it. You know, it started off. It's kind of like the pre-order bonus thing, right? Like the first time we saw pre-order bonus, we were like, oh yeah. But now you have like freaking Disney Imagination Funland 2 coming out, and if you pre-order that, you get a freaking Mad Max bloody ripped up Mickey Mouse skin in the game. Like, people take advantage of it. Games that should never be pre-ordered are having pre-order bonuses. Games that should not have microtransactions in ways that they should definitely, like, not encourage microtransactions are now having both of those instances. Destiny being a perfect example. There's ways to do it. There's ways to sell certain cosmetics. Every single cosmetic in the game should not be behind a freaking paywall, right?
Yes. I completely agree. Like, I understand developers need to try to fund things, but if they're going to be upfront with, we're having microtransactions and, you know, we're making people pay for these things, then they need to be upfront with where that money is funneling to. Is it going back into content? Is it going into future content? You know, making it better. Like, where is that money going that we're spending? You know, we're throwing all this money at Bungie for. Where's it coming back for us, the player?
I want a breakdown of that. If Eververse is going to remain in the game, I need statistical breakdowns of the odds for every item out of an engram. I need to be extremely reassured that the engrams that we get for free through playing the game do not have worse odds than the ones you can buy. For instance, we know they are capable. I mean, the shaders are a prime example here. We know that they are capable of making the same item 2 different items, essentially, with 2 different things. How do I know now as a player that grinding out public events and earning illuminated engrams, I actually have inherently worse drop chances than someone who puts money into the game? I want the base coding statistics behind this. I need a detailed financial report about which asshole's pocket all my money's going into.
Exactly.
Like
I said, like,
man,
like when you go back on that, people are figuring out what is happening with these now. Like, I guess the research was done in Destiny 1, but it wasn't as big of a deal as it is now, because you've got half your or all your cosmetics almost behind Eververse. So and your sparrows. It's not even,
okay. So I just want to like it. I see a lot of comments in chats that are you can take the time, you can earn this. One of my main arguments, I just want to rewind a little bit, is that they are not only putting all of this stuff behind a paywall, it's hurting the game. So in Destiny 1, I would grind raids. I would grind everything for an exclusive ghost, for an exclusive ship, sparrow, blah, blah, blah. There are 2 items of note in the game right now that are not in Eververse that are from questlines like that. You have Sagira's Ghost Shell. We just got this week. Fantastic questline. I enjoyed every second of, farming that, and that's how a questline should be done. I saw the developer tweet after the first ones had been found. They were extremely proud of their work. Now, there's that, and then there's the Legend of Acrius ornament.
Shotgun. Oh, yeah, the ornament.
The ornament for it. Those are the only 2 pieces of Eververse material content that aren't in Eververse. That's ridiculous. Where's my raid ghost, sparrow, ship? Where is my consistent, you freaking grind Crotazed, and when you get Glowhoo, it's like a punch of testosterone in your freaking nuts because you're so excited that you just got the best goddamn shader in the universe, Where is that? Where's my Glowhoo? Where's my permanent Glowhoo? Like, Jesus.
No, I liked the one from Wrath of the Machine a little bit better than Glowhoo, but Glowhoo was awesome though. Too.
Yeah, freaking Nano Poesis. That was freaking gorgeous. Where's my Ascendant Plane? Where's my Chatterwhite? I don't need these single-use shaders that I can't use on future armor because I don't have the place to put them. Someone in chat, Blowkey in chat just said Glowhoo is ugly. Go hurt yourself, all right? No. Okay? These are simple problems. I am now 100% convinced. I sound like freaking Icano now. I am 100% convinced that the entire shader thing now is purely to make them more monetizable. Yep. I was not convinced of this. I thought it was really cool. And then I saw the argument on Reddit. Why didn't they just make it so you can apply a different permanent shader on each armor piece? And I'm like, son of a bitch, they just solved world hunger. Like, what are they? Why? This is what I'm talking about. Eververse is, in Destiny 1 especially, I see people talking about the Fortnite Battle Pass. That is a fantastic example of what I'm talking about. It adds to the base experience. It does not subtract and put part of the base experience behind a paywall. Things like the limited vault, the ridiculous sorting system that is the vault. The one-time use shaders that are now taking up more space because they have to be different freaking items in your inventory. You have things like the limited quest lines and drops from raids that are all a direct consequence of this system, and it needs to be taken out. Like Destiny 2 did like okay, so Destiny 1, from a gameplay base experience, Destiny 2 just like destroys Destiny 1. The graphics, the mechanics, the art direction, the sound, the weapons, well maybe not the weapons. Maybe not the weapons, but the story, it just kicks Destiny 1's ass. Destiny 1 is freaking Call of Duty compared to Destiny 2 in those regards. But then the end game, the thing that really freaking matters, the reason why all of us play, is destroyed by some freaking corporate pig that's just taking all this money and making these stupid decisions. Like I said, I don't know who makes these decisions. I don't know who, for all I know, Luke Smith could be like about... Well, I don't want to make that comment just because that someone was going to put that on Reddit. It's going to be false. But, people have probably behind the scenes argued this decision. But at the end of the day, if a person who's paying your paycheck says to do something, you have to do it, right? And I can only assume that based off of what I know about Christopher Barrett and Luke Smith and their play styles when they play video games, I full-heartedly believe that this is not them, especially not Christopher Barrett. Luke Smith has a history of controversial statements that may lead you to think otherwise, but he has gone on record multiple times saying he's the collector. And do you really think that Luke Smith goes home and puts money into Bright Engrams? Like, you're out of your damn mind if you think that, right?
Yeah.
So these are not moves gamers are making. These are moves that people who do not understand the gaming industry, that are trying to cash in on the gaming industry and take advantage of people who enjoy the gaming industry, are making, and it's ruining it for everyone. And this is going to start happening to every game. Like, oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, this is not the rabbit hole we want to go down as gamers, because there's always going to be those people that fund these things because they want to basically either pay to win or they want everything faster.
Exactly. And that's the thing, for every post on Reddit that you have saying, don't buy anything, you have 50 people that actually put money into it. And we used to play with someone who put thousands of dollars into Destiny. And it's like at the time in Destiny 1, that's fine. Pay for my next DLC. In a dry season, if the next DLC, the Age of Triumph, the April update is free because they're able to fund these things, perfect, especially when we're in a content drought and there's no DLC for them to make money on. I get it's a business, they can't break even, but I think Activision made something like $2.4 billion on microtransactions last year. Like, are you out of your damn mind? Do you really think any one of them needs that? No, they don't need that. This is ruining my franchise. This is ruining our franchise. This is ruining our franchises. Name one game, one franchise that has not been affected by this, that has microtransactions. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare was plagued by this. Freaking Destiny 2 is now destroyed by this. Battlefront 2 was going to be my first Battlefront game since like 2004, and I refuse to play anything made by EA. I guarantee it's going to freaking ruin, what's that one coming out? Anthem. It's going to destroy Anthem. Anthem's going to be destroyed before it comes out because no one trusts the freaking game company EA because they're greedy pigs. Like, this is... And not all of them. I hate making blanket statements. I want to... They're not all greedy pigs. The people making these calls, the higher-ups, and they know they are. And it's just... It's ridiculous. I hate being this person. I hate being the ranty person that seems really unreasonable. I'm trying to make good arguments. I'm very passionate about Destiny. Like I said, I put a lot of time into this universe. I built my entire YouTube channel off, and honestly, I would sacrifice it all to have a good damn game where I enjoy playing. But Agreed. It's just like, like, we're losing clan members. We're losing prominent members of the community. We're losing interest in the game because of people wanting to make money. Like, how? Why? Why do you think? Do people not realize in the long run you will make more money by pleasing your customer base than by pissing them off right now?
And gaining new customers because the current high level streamers and people like that are playing your game on a regular basis.
Yeah. Do you think Activision makes more money when they're forcing things behind paywalls, or when they have people like Datto and Taster?
In that moment, they're making more money.
Yeah, exactly.
But losing half their fan, or 80% or 70% or whatever the number is of their fan base because of things like that is not making them more money. But they got all that money up front, so I don't know how they can justify thinking that that's a good move, or I mean, I understand the business aspect of it. I really do. But there comes a point in time when, like, you need to learn from your past mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. And there comes a point in time when you need to think the long road ahead. Activision has the potential to be the longest running game publisher. They will never die. Ever. Especially with the game industry going the way it is. But all they have to do is play their cards right. And doing this is not playing their cards right. And like I said, I assume it's someone higher up at Bungie trying to meet their deadlines. They need to realize this is not how you do it. You know, us making petitions, us yelling at them on Reddit, this isn't going to change anything, because the only people who read this stuff is the people that make the game that probably already agree with us. But like, it's just one of those things, man. It needs to be fixed. Everyone's super passionate about it, and I just don't know how to fix it. I don't know. Like, if I could go talk to someone in person, I'd freaking do it. You know, yeah. If I could. You have these giant channels leading their followings to boycott stuff, and it's not going to make a dent in a billion dollar company. You know, a couple 100,000 people, unless it's something. Okay, well, I want to kind of take that back, because Battlefront 2, that made them change their minds real damn quick. Nothing like that's gonna happen with.
Well, because it was already released, they already got their money.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
And it's not like they don't make enough money on DLCs for that to be anywhere near relevant. I think they lost something like $6 billion in stock prices after the Battlefront fiasco.
Yeah.
You bet your ass they fit. What is that guy's paycheck? Whenever you rip off people and then you find out those people find out and they're now ripping off your paycheck, like. That's when they start panicking. And we can't do that with Destiny 2. There's no way to do it. And I don't want to yell at Bungie, and I get it. Like, people are, like, sending death threats to people and shit. And it's like, that's not going to... First off, you're targeting the wrong company. And I presumably, at least, or the wrong individuals at the very least. Two, I do not send death threats to people. That was not
ever.
me. That was not me condoning that.
Do not ever send death threats to people. That's a very unintelligent thing to do.
Yes, that will make things much worse, and you will get arrested.
Yes,
and it's just not fun. All right, it's just don't. Okay. Be passionate about it. Don't be stupid about it. But there's nothing that we can do that that is the equivalent of the Battlefront thing. Like, we can't. Petitions don't do anything. People flooding the Bungie forums with the stuff, they know we don't like it. We know they don't like it. You know, but they have things to meet, and there's just people making bad decisions. I don't know where to go from here. You know?
Yeah. I just want... So, my whole thing is, like, Destiny 1, there were a few lulls in it. I took maybe a month break here and there on Destiny 1.
Right.
Like, I want that same feeling that I had with Destiny 1 back, because Destiny 2, overall, mechanically, graphically, like you said earlier, is a better game. So I want that same, like, feeling that I had, like, because it's not because I'm getting tired of Destiny or the Destiny universe. It's the decisions that they made that are keeping me just to play it, you know, like with you guys, and not like grind it out on my own like I used to, like for hours and days. And
yeah,
you know.
And that goes back to the lack of an end game, because all of it's hidden behind freaking Eververse. You know, what's honestly in chat, guys? Tell me right now. There's 80 plus of you in chat right now. Tell me, would you rather do some epic quest line, do a raid a couple of times, you know, do a mission that's only part of this quest line to unlock an awesome ornament for your weapon? Or would you rather sit there and grind public events for 10 hours for a chance at getting that ornament? Like, if anyone answers the chance, like, you're out of your damn mind, right? You're playing the wrong game, all right? I guess, actually, now you're playing the right game. Well, welcome. But the grind needs to be there, but it's not only the grind. There's a specific type of grind. I feel like people get confused when I talk about this.
Yeah.
There's a difference between grinding for something specific and doing something very difficult in a Borderlands fashion to get a legendary gun, sitting there grinding one boss. That is not the same thing as grinding for an exotic ornament in Eververse. One, it's not as fun. Two, there's way more RNG involved. Three, in Borderlands, you can't have someone walk up and just buy the damn thing. And 4, it's not fun. It's the premise behind it. And it's like, I want the grind. This is not the grind. This is the opposite of the grind. I don't know what the opposite. What's the opposite of a grind, Jay-Z? It's the smooth.
I can't think of. Let me get my thesaurus. And,
it's the ungrind.
Yeah, the ungrind.
The ungrind.
But I mean, you as a streamer, you mentioned Borderlands. Like, what's more watchable for a streamer? You grinding public events, or you grinding a Borderlands 2 boss over and over again?
Absolutely, and that's the thing. Like, ideally, like if you look at it objectively, it seems like it would be the same damn thing, but it's really not.
No, it's not at all. Yeah, because I used to spend. I'd come home from work and I'm like, I'm grinding this boss to try to get a better version of this legendary, and I would spend from when I came home from work till when I went to bed that night grinding the same boss not really getting bored of it, really.
Exactly. It's just it's a difference in. Oh, that's one. Borderlands 2 does not really have microtransactions. They had the headhunter packs, but those still added stuff, and there were kind of like there were a few like skins, but they weren't huge. And Randy Pitchford has already gone on the record saying Borderlands 3 will not have microtransactions, or like this.
But I mean, an argument to me, like I was saying, like modern games.
Oh, that's fair. Well, if Gearbox didn't take 10 freaking years to release the game, you know.
But I mean, 2012, that's considered last generation.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you're right. But I'm telling you right now. Right, Activision is going to feel really freaking stupid if they don't get their act together before Borderlands comes out. Because Borderlands, all these people, you have the Battlefront people that want to be collectors and the gun skill. You have the Destiny people I'm a Destiny person. I in my opinion, Destiny has potential. I love Destiny 1 more than Borderlands 2. It's a better franchise, but the decisions that they're making they're not better. And no. Activision's going to feel really freaking stupid when Gearbox turns around and makes gajillions of dollars on this because their customers are actually liking their product, and that's what Destiny could have been. So this needs to change. Even half
of our main players in our clan have moved on to Warframe for being Destiny proved something different, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's already happening for a lot of players. Like, there's a lot of people that I've met that are like, I'm playing this game, you know, until either Destiny fixes itself or, you know, I find another game to take my time that I would be spending on Destiny.
Yeah, and it's like, I still play a hell ton of Destiny. I still make a bunch of videos, but I'm not gonna say like I don't see Fortnite over there like flirting with me. Like, I've been playing a hell ton of Fortnite lately, and in times like, you know, I'm going out of town next weekend, and today and tomorrow, I've spent all freaking day grinding out content to do it. And it's really hard for me not to like look over in the stall next to mine and be like, oh, that's Fortnite. Maybe I could just go spend a couple hours. Like, no game has ever challenged Destiny until now for me. And it's just insane to me. Like, I just don't think people realize that the vast majority of gamers do not want microtransactions, and it's because the money talks. But it's just like, I don't know how to fix it. Like, it just goes back to that. You know?
Well, again, I don't care about, like, if the microtransactions are done right, like they were in Destiny 1, in my opinion. Like, I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
I bought a handful of emotes. And then they got smart and they started making it so you could possibly get them from nightfalls and high-end activities. So
yes, like, that's what I'm talking about. They implemented all of this, and like when the Dawning ended. Those emotes and all those rewards were added to the loot pool too, and you could get the Dawning armor even if you never got it. Like, that's microtransactions should never have exclusive content. It should be, this is, you know, you can either go play this activity and have a chance at getting this item, or it's like, oh man, it just irritates me. Like, there should not be exclusive stuff. It is literally impossible. To nth of degrees, like so many times impossible over, to get every Dawning thing without paying money, and that is wrong. That is ridiculous, and that goes against Destiny is a collector game. Yeah. When the hell did a collector game require me to spend more money than I've already put into it? Like, man,
I couldn't agree more on that statement.
I actually have someone to chat right now. This is a pretty good question. I guess I should have led with this. It's an assumption. Karim Rahim in chat actually asked if I could explain what a microtransaction is. A microtransaction is anything in a game that is not part, like, it's like purely cosmetic, really. It's not always, but in Destiny it's purely cosmetic. So like Eververse. Anything in Eververse that's considered a microtransaction, because you're not buying like a DLC or an expansion or a game, you're buying something like within the game. So like in like
it's guaranteed content, but not guaranteed to contain certain items.
Yeah, it sort of. And then like mobile games, it's like if you play like Candy Crush, where you can pay like 99 cents to speed up your life or whatever. I assume, I've never played a Candy Crush. My friends tell me it's very addictive. I don't know. That's a microtransaction too. It's anything that's not like an actual add-on to the game, but it's sort of it's like a mini. It's mini, micro mini. Oh goodness, I don't know. I don't know how to end this or keep going with it. It's I just don't.
It's really. I mean, it's something that's really plaguing the game, and it needs to be addressed either by giving us facts of where, like I said earlier, where is this money going? How is it benefiting us as a Destiny community? Like,
yeah,
as any company, you don't want to be bleeding like members or people that are subscribed to whatever or buying your product or anything like that. And it seems like almost like, oh, we got them for the base game and the 2 expansions. Like, oh, well, hopefully we hit it big with the first year DLC like they did with Taken King and bring them back. But that's not a good business.
That's a terrible business plan.
Yeah,
exactly.
But I mean, it seems like that's what they're doing. Like,
yeah,
to me, that's like, if I were to say it, that's exactly what they're doing. Oh, we hit it big with Taken King, so we'll do that again.
So many things in this world are destroyed by people being like, oh, this worked. Let's just go make more money. You could even equate this to YouTube. The only reason like stuff like clickbait exists is because people get a taste of that money and they're like, we just need more of it. We need to, there's a feeling of initial like success when a video does well. I can attest to this, that it's just like, wow, that feels really good. Like people are liking my content. But the difference between like, this is kind of getting off track, but like me and other YouTubers is like, I'm not going to like scam people out of your time just so I can get that feeling again, because that's not earning it. It's kind of like cheating. It's so like microtransactions are almost a way of a game to cheat their way up to better profits. And it's just like, it doesn't benefit the game. In the long run, it only hurts the company. And it's ridiculous. Like, you're ruining these great franchises, Mm-hmm. And it's just bugs the hell out of me. It's just everything. Just get rid of it. All right, just if you're watching this is a random person's plea for you to please just get rid of Eververse. All right, you can keep it if it's like record books and optional stuff like that is not required to make the game fun, but adds on to your experience. Whatever. But this garbage that we have right now, it's not going to work. All right. It's just not.
Plus, don't make it your end game.
Don't. Yeah. Make it.
I mean, I think that's probably the worst part about it, is because the lack of actual end game. Eververse is end game. That shouldn't be.
It's the spend game.
Yeah, spend/den/ only thing to do after you hit X level.
More like the bend game, because they're telling you to bend over.
Got him.
This is killing this.
Dad jokes.
Last time we had a ranty subject, it made me feel better, but I just feel like absolute garbage right now.
Well, because like I want to play Destiny. Like because like all the friends that I've made and like we play every week, but I want to be on every night playing it and want to play it, like that type of thing. And I know other people feel that way too. And
yeah,
it's not that game right now, and it's sad, and it can be.
It's the thing. Like, there's still aspects of the game I really want to do. This new raid is phenomenal, but a single piece of content should not keep you coming back. It's like, I still love the absolute hell out of the game. 80% of the game is positive for me. 85. It's the end game and the freaking Eververse that I don't like, and that's what needs to be kind of like, that needs to be stopped. That needs to be taken out, and then Destiny will be the freaking greatest game of all time. And I just I think that's a
Well,
huge
we
understatement.
both thought it would be to, you know, when it came out and it improved on so many aspects of Destiny.
So many things.
Yeah.
Like I said, Destiny 1 doesn't exist compared to Destiny 2. Like gameplay mechanics, art, music, sound. Music and sound are the same damn thing, Scarrow. Get your shit together.
Not necessarily.
Well,
Sound
music's like a
design
music's like a subsection of sound.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of sound, but I
went
mean,
down the list. And that's like me going, you know, McDonald's has the fries, small, medium, and large. You know, like we need to. Whew. It's like someone said they're stealing something in chat. I don't know what that means. Go have fun with that. But I just, man, I just want this game to be good, and it is good. It's great. I just want it to be damn perfect, and just get rid of Eververse right now. And Forbes did this excellent article, Jay-Z. I'm going to send it to you because it was awesome, about an expansion where you can explain the killing off of Eververse, and it turns out like Tess Everest is actually a traitor to the city, and all of this stuff, and it had a great story, and I was like, wow, this is the first constructive thing to ever come out of Forbes. This is amazing. You know, when Forbes starts surprising you and doing better work and making more impressive stuff with the game than the actual game company, then I think you need to be like, whoa, did Forbes just show us up? Like, what the shit, you know? It's like,
yeah.
It's like if Fox News made more interesting news than what actually happened in real life. Like, that'll never happen. So we think. So it's like, oh man. Did I just call it Fox News on live stream?
Yeah, you totally just did.
Fuck.
I was going to call you out on that, but I figured you'd eventually get it.
Well, that got a little bit more political than I meant it to. Oops. See what you're doing to me, Bungie! God dang it! The freaking, this is good, man.
The views expressed by Scaro9 do not necessarily.
Yeah. Jay-Z's separate from me. Don't spam his Twitter. Jay-Z, you might not want to link your Twitter at the end of this, man. But it's just like, I stand by the Forbes thing though. Nothing constructive has ever come out of Forbes. You know, like, and them saying like that was a good article. So I'm kind of impressed with that. So. Yeah, I'll send it to you, Jay-Z. It was pretty good. I'll actually link it. I'll link it in the description after this goes up because everyone should read it and everyone should be like, "Wow, screw Eververse, let's kill her," you know, because that's what should happen, right? That's
agreed.
That's what should happen. Okay, I don't know.
Is it going to happen? No.
It's not going to happen. But maybe if we talk about it on the internet for long enough, it will. No, probably won't.
Yeah, Bungie, take this podcast and. Take it to your board meeting.
Yeah, I'm sure that would work. I'm sure they'd be like, this is Scaro9. He's got slight schizophrenic properties. Nah, man, I'm just random as hell. Nah, there's something clearly wrong with this kid. Who knows, man? Goodness gracious. It's almost Christmas, for damn sake. You're really gonna bankrupt people before Christmas. What is wrong with you? Oh, by the way, no matter what your religion or lack thereof, happy holidays, and everyone enjoys to or deserves to enjoy the holidays. Take a break from life. Just take like a break from stuff like this. I'll have a whole week off of YouTube where I don't have to read Reddit or be mad and just suppress my feelings. This will be great. It'll be a good week. It'll be a good week, and I'll come back and I'll be pissed off as ever. It's Eververse. Oh.
I think it's less schizophrenic and more bipolar that's going on right now with you.
I'm just passionate, man.
No, and it's good that you're passionate, and people, like, they need to listen to the passionate people about the game that are giving good points rather than being like, this is stupid, fix it. Like, okay, yeah, that's a valiant argument. Like,
yeah, right. Oh, rip. It's just, I don't know, man. We talked about it for 50 minutes. That's all my opinions and rants on it. Zessia just said Scarrow is better at jumping to conclusions than jumping in Destiny. I would just like to say, all right, it's very hard to talk and jump at the same time. Although I don't think I jump to many conclusions, but I will admit when I'm ranting, right? But yeah, it's hard to talk and play Titan, especially Titan. They're fat. Have you seen my armor set? Like, look at this garbage. I don't know who at Bungie thought this was a good. That's a whole nother rant. What the hell is this? What? Why? What? Who knows? What's that horn for?
Prettiest armor set ever. It's a beetle wing with a rhino horn. I don't know what your problem with it is.
Oh goodness. Chris Chen. Yeah, let's just do community feedback, man. I've been ranting for long enough. Let's hear what you guys have to say. Cosmetics are fine, but they should not have stats and only add on to replace what you have on.
Well, fun fact, none of the armor has stats, so there you go.
Well, there you go.
Well,
the ghost shells give you stuff like bonus drops, and it's more than it should be. I'll give you, it should be cosmetic only. I 1 gajillion% agree. But the stuff that is cosmetic should not be stuff like, holy goodness, I don't even know how the hell I didn't bring this up. In Season 1, one of the exotic ships was a future war call exotic ship. How the hell was that not tied to faction rallies? Like,
yeah.
What?
No, I guarantee it was originally created for that, and then they're like,
just put it in the Eververse, man.
Well, we need some more exotic ships here, so we're just gonna throw this in here. Yeah, I guarantee you that's what happened.
I bet someone up was like, "That's a sweet ship. What are the odds of it dropping out of an engram?" And Luke Smith's like, "No, man, we designed this. We got it. So you do this quest line." He's like, "Excuse me? That doesn't sound like it's making me money." Like Luke Smith's like, "No, we worked really long and hard on this. It's great. It's an exotic. In Destiny 1, we never had an exotic ship. It's very exciting for us." And it's going to be a feat of quest makers. Reddit's going to be all over it. People are going to love us. And the guy's like, "Nah, man, put that bitch in the money boxes." Yeah.
Yeah, and like then and plus that it's like, well, it's not a faction rally thing, so like it wasn't as fun to because I got it a couple times in packages and like, oh wow, this is great. Future war cult chip.
I want stuff to come from relatable activities. Like I said, the Segura Ghost, I don't even think that's on this character. Freaking brilliant. When I got that, I was just like, Bungie, you understand me. And then when I was looking at some stuff, I was like, Bungie, you most certainly do not understand me. But it was just like, that's what I want in this game. I want Segura Ghost shells. I want the freaking Legend of Eris quest line. I like, there are exotic quest lines in this, and they're pretty damn good. Well, but where's my next tier up? Right? Yeah. Anyone can get a Mida multi-tool. Where's my, top 1% Mida multi-tool ornament quest? Like, why can Joe blow schmo that makes more money than me? Actually, that's a bad argument. I'm a college student, if you don't know. I don't exactly have the best job security ever. But it's like, that's not, I don't want to call it not fair. It's not fun. It's not what people look for in games. I don't know, man. I just, blah. Let's move on to new community feedback because I'm going to start yelling at people. Owen Taylor, I miss the days when the biggest Destiny question was if there would be facial hair. That's a really good point. And that's actually a really good point. Do you remember how pissed off people were when they were like, the customization system's the same? People were so mad. That's an excellent... Owen, you get commented the video, my friend. That's better than any argument I've made today. That was great. That was really good. That was really good. All right, let me... I'm going to scroll up, man. American Ninja, how is Bungie forcing you to buy bright engrams? If you were listening, I have said this about 72 times. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying they are hiding the fun experiences of the game behind paywalls. Or they are taking things that should be from fun activities, Future War Cold Ship, and they're putting them right behind that paywall. And whenever you pay for them, it doesn't unlock that experience. You just get the damn ship. Like, your majestic quest was amazing. You climbed 7 hills and spent $7 and you got a freaking ship. That's not fun. I don't play. There's no adventure fantasy classic. I'm gonna turn into Sonic Kid here. There's
Sonic 1 is the...
When are you gonna learn? That kid would be so good for this franchise. I just spit.
Your actions have consequences.
Someone send that. If anyone has one of my mods, find the Sonic Kid video. Put that shit in chat right now. Right now. Just Google, when are you gonna learn that your actions have consequences? It is like an 8-year-old kid. It's brilliant. It applies to this right here. So American Ninja, please listen to arguments before asking questions because it helps a lot. I was not saying that they're forcing me to. They are taking the fun parts of the game, getting rid of them, and then putting the rewards of said fun parts behind paywalls. Okay. That was that guy. Okay, man. Oh yeah, Nick Couch actually just made a pretty good point. It's essentially gambling with real life money. Yes, and actually there is now a senator in Hawaii that is starting a movement. So these type of games have to disclose their probabilities and make it less gambling. Or actually, no. The guy in Hawaii was actually to get rid of the gambling loot boxes. The Apple, I think it was Apple or someone affiliated with Apple, just made it so that apps actually have to disclose the probabilities. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they should, honestly.
Yeah, man. Let's see if anyone else said anything new. I'm going through here. Oh yeah, Zesty, my boy. Why do the Destiny characters not have a voice by Cracker 1980? Cracker 1980. First off, your name is quite redundant because you said it twice. It's kind of weird, but to each their own, I guess. I guess you could argue that Scarrow 9 is kind of redundant because it's not. Bad argument. But why did they not have a voice? More than likely, they just couldn't get the voice actor to return. I'm gonna guess that's what it is. And for continuity, like, I think that's what it is. I think now they realize, like, people would rather him be recasted than us not have a voice at all. So hopefully with, like, the Taking Queen, we'll get that kind of stuff. Hopefully. We'll see, man. Joel Williams with my second favorite comment of the video. I would rather see them go with a subscription than what they are doing. That way we were paying for all the content expansions and live events. I pay like $10 a month for that. I was actually thinking about this today. I think they're Bungie. Do $7 a month per player. Or because 7 in Bungie, I would be fine with 5 too. But 7 seems pretty. It's cute. It's Bungie. So that's what $84 per year. I'd pay $84 per year.
5 would make more sense because it's $60 a year.
Well, so, yeah, but then we don't get the expansions. So you got to think like the expansions are closer to 100 when you pay for those two. So maybe 10 a year, maybe $120 a year. You get all the expansions and live events for free, and there's no more microtransactions. That sounds hella good to me. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have to continue it, and you can't keep making sequels. You're gonna have to continue on the game that.
Bruv, we talked about this last week.
but no, that's not what they want to do. I'm saying I've called that since Destiny 1 that I
yeah.
And you were the one that, like, well, you weren't against it, but you're like, oh, I'd rather have a sequel.
Well, because
no, I think you're.
Yeah, I'll admit where I was wrong. You're right. That system would have been better. You're right. You know, yeah, I'll give you that.
Like I would rather have especially now that it's on next gen only. Well, considered next gen, it wasn't.
Oh.
On. The newer consoles only, so now you can have, that continuing universe. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they're gonna do it, but that'd be great.
Yeah. The next one, S7FZ, is really trying to get me triggered in there. He goes, I wish the new raid was as good as Vault of Glass. Son, we're gonna fight, all right? This is my favorite raid in the history of Destiny. While I don't agree with their business practice, shut up, Jay-Z. While I don't agree with their business practices, and while it might be a little bit short, it is by far, in my opinion, the most well-rounded and worth the time investment. If you guys don't know, something I figured out, it's like nearly impossible, if not impossible, to get duplicates in this raid. I have done 13 raids. I have yet to get a duplicate anything. I have nearly a full set on I have a full set on Titan. I'm missing one piece on both Warlock and Hunter. Everyone I have raided with, I have not heard one single person ever get a duplicate. And like I said, I've done it 13 times, so that's a lot of teammates and a lot of potential drops. So I like what they did with this. It's the most rewarding, or most consistently rewarding. The Argos activity is my favorite raid activity like ever. It's beautiful, gorgeous music, the mechanics, how much it relies on team. I love it. So if it was one encounter longer, it'd probably be the epitome of what all raids should be. But
yeah, I will give you that they did a good job with the final boss. Like I obviously enjoy carrying the skull way more than I do just like killing things.
Yeah,
But carrying the skull, but it's 3 people instead of 1 person carrying the sword. So basically, it's it's a better version of Crota's raid. So yeah, I'll give it that.
Right. Claw Wi-Fi or Claw, yeah, he's got it's a weird spelling. I hate Curse of Osiris. It's the same grind as the grind to 305, except with additional light, but easier. I got 335 in less than 1 reset. But that's the point of an expansion, though. Like a main expansion, like a Taken King style, you're supposed to feel like helpless, and that's when you feel like you're getting stronger, and it's actually difficult to rank up. They've gone on record saying this is kind of their strategy before, and then past that, it's just you getting more and more powerful. Like, I don't think Curse of Osiris would be doing a very good job if it did take a long time, because then you're getting rid of the power fantasy. Then it's just like, you're super powerful, you're not. You're super powerful, you're not. Like, every 2 months, and you crash it. I think the best example is Vanilla Destiny 1. You know, we're like, what the hell is this world? You know, then we beat Crota, and we're like, oh, we just kind of killed a god. You know, hell yeah. And then we beat Skolas, and we're like, I'm never doing the Prison of Elders again. Hell yeah. and then Oryx came, and we're like, boom, you know, you're just plunged. Everything, game changer, flipped on your head. You're no longer the most powerful being in the universe, and you work your way back up. If they did that every single DLC, the big DLCs would not punch you in the face as hard anymore. So,
well, plus they're doing that to give you something like a small type of grind, because, you know, you need a grind regardless of if you want to grind or not. Like,
I do agree with that. I think ideally, like, if they could get expansions out like boom, 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 there would not be like light level expansions or light level increases in the small expansions, just because you're supposed to feel very powerful. But well, I kind of get what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, from a story perspective, just think, like, if you're reading a book and it's just like, it's like climax crash, climax crash, climax crash, like, you're gonna get pretty sick of it. I think that's why a bunch of, like, let's say, like, Star Wars, I feel like that's starting to wear off on some people, because it's the same pattern over and over again, just reskinned, right? So, but you have to have that time, that power fantasy where you are in charge of everything, where you can just have fun, relax. We're kind of missing the end game for it, but
I guess you can use, like, action or horror movies in that context, where you have these really intense scenes, and then the good ones will have a calm down scene where, you know, the characters are kind of like, they're either making jokes or there's, like, humor, or, you know, then it ramps back up again, and that's what they're trying to do with it, rather than constantly just at the edge of your seat, because then you just like you said, it's too much, and you're just like, okay, I can't do this anymore, that type of thing. So
freaking Chivasatana in chat just said, dude, slow it down, you know Adderall can be really addictive. I'm not a druggie. I'm just very passionate about what I do. But I completely agree with what, I mean, you were just saying what I just said, but I agree with you, which means I agree with me, which means hell yeah. Yeah, man. Wolven just asked, wasn't the live team supposed to make it better? Yes, they just took control of it, though. I think maybe, Wolven, I know you're kind of disconnected from the Destiny franchise. I think people lose sight of the development times. I think Christopher Barrett will make everyone get their shit together. Hopefully, Christopher Barrett, you're my favorite person in Bungie, man. If we ever meet, I'm going to give you a hug, and you're not going to know who I am, but I'm going to give you a freaking hug, and you're going to like it. But maybe you don't have to like it. Okay, as long as you don't.
Yeah, that was a little.
As long as you don't call the cops on me, then we can be friends. Sorry.
That was like me bailing Scaro 9 out of jail type thing going on.
Dad, Christopher Barrett called the cops on me.
What did you do?
Anyways, so yes, they are going to make it better. I have no doubt in my mind that team will save this franchise. But you know, development takes time. I think the Masterworks are a great example of. Something that they at least had a hand in. We already know that he's going to do the emote wheel. We know that he's going to fix the shader on sword problem. They're adding armor masterworks. All this sorts of stuff. He's working on it. Making the end game more rewarding. He said that is like his main focus. So that's awesome, man. Owen Taylor, the raid is great, but it's half jump puzzles. Name one raid that isn't half jump puzzles, though. Like,
the jump puzzles are there to, and I even said this like last week when we talked about the raid. They're there to get your team like loose and having fun and joking around with each other, and then you get into the last encounter.
That's another thing. If you just have that's another reason that I really don't like King's Fall that much. Is because it's just encounter after encounter after encounter, and if you get pissed off like really early at War Priest, you're not going to be having a good time when you get to Oryx, right?
But King's Fall has the. No, it has jump
puzzles. It has the dick puzzles, but let me tell you, man. Whenever you're nearly to the end of the dick puzzles, and then your asshole of a friend pushes you into one, that gets me pissed off, right? So,
but here's you're thinking. So the ships separate the first encounter
Ships was fun. Ships
from
was
Totem.
Yeah.
And then after War Priest, you had the maze, which is another. It's a similar to a jump puzzle. It's the same type
fine.
It gives them the same type of experience as what they wanted from a jump, but it's not a jump puzzle.
Essentially, you just need a break from your teammates.
In between all the major encounters, they had jump puzzles, or those type of things in Oryx. So they did a good job of that, and even like Wrath of the Machine, they had jump puzzles in between each encounter. So you're kind of like chilling and fight, opening up chests and stuff like that. So like you go from tense to like joking around again, so you're not at each other's throats.
Right. And that's actually why I like the underbelly of the Leviathan, because it's not as jumpy, but it's like you just running around having fun, goofing off, killing enemies. It's just like a step back. I like jump puzzles. Every raid is going to be pretty much 90% jump puzzle or jump puzzle equivalent activities. Yeah, that's about it. Robert Baker, I always get duplicates with raids, too many helmets. I was specifically talking about Eater of Worlds, not the base Leviathan. It is very much possible to get duplicates in the base Leviathan. I am going to hold out that it is at least 98% impossible to get duplicates on Argos, or in Argos Phase 1 and 2. If you have a picture on Twitter or something, send it to me. Yeah, if you have a picture on Twitter of like you wearing the Titan gauntlets, but you also have them in your inventory or something, send it to me. I'll eat my words. All right, but yeah. S7. I can't believe I spent $30 on a season pass. Well, you should, because I think that's a pretty good price personally. I think it's the areas in between the expansions I have the most problem with, when they're trying to give us these free events that are kind of Eververse fronts. I loved Curse of Osiris. It was fantastic. Great story, great narrative. It's kind of the same thing again. Look at me go. Amazing raid, great strikes, really awesome armor and weapons and stuff. But I mean, it could have been touched up, obviously. But it's the first DLC after a major launch. Like, what do you really expect? That's always going to be the roughest one. Also, is Trials better in Destiny 1 than Destiny 2? Who cares?
No. I can't answer that one.
I like Destiny 2 Trials better. I think it's more balanced.
Oh, you like Destiny 2? I like Destiny 1 Trials better.
Destiny 1, I think, like, from a nostalgic standpoint, I had more fun playing Destiny 1 Trials, but I think it's just because it was new. Like, I think whenever I started playing Destiny 2 Trials, it wasn't like a new experience. It's like the same old thing. So, like, my kind of tolerability for that event, it's like I've already been playing it for a billion hours, right? So I got sick of it a lot faster. But I think I enjoy, like, comparatively, like, from an objective standpoint, I think I enjoy Destiny 2's more. I want Illumination back. Video tomorrow. We might be getting Illumination back. Hint, hint. You should probably watch that video. Yeah, man.
So I think I'm the opposite, because I've
You're not going to watch my video? Is that what you're doing?
No, yes. Yeah, I'm not going to watch your video. Get better video. No, I'm just joking. Your videos are great. But more.
Oh, like, thanks, Dad.
You're welcome. Slightly, not everything's a disappointment, but anyways, back onto what I was saying. Like, Destiny 2 Trials kind of got old quick for me. I didn't.
Yeah, it's probably like. Do you think it's because you played so much Destiny 1 Trials though?
No, because it didn't have the same feel. Like Destiny 1.
To me, it was similar, and I think the Crucible as a whole wore out to me really fast in Destiny 2.
Oh yeah, to me, Crucible and Destiny 2, like. While I like the concept of more teamwork way better, it didn't have the legs of Destiny 1. And then I wish, and I wanted it to, because I liked the concept much better.
I think it's best equated to, like, whenever Modern Warfare 3 came out, and then the next Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, I think, came out, they were similar enough where it felt like the same game, and I was already sick of Black Ops 2 initially until I figured out how freaking awesome Black Ops 2 was. But it's one of those things. It's like it's similarity. So I think from a base objective standpoint, I like Destiny 2 Trials. It's more balanced. There's 4 people instead of 3. You can't farm reses and all of this stuff. Objectively, I think it's better. Subjectively, I enjoy Destiny 1 more, but just because it was new, it was fresh. Whenever I'm in Trials, my hands don't get shaky anymore. If I played Fortnite for 10,000 hours and I get to the top 10 and my hands are no longer shaky, I won't enjoy Fortnite anymore. I love that exhilarating rush that you get.
Or like at the end of the raid when you're
at the end of the
done
exactly,
last damage phase
exactly,
and you have to have everything go right, and then, you know, so you're like clutching your controller so hard and your hands are sweating and everything like that.
Yeah, like the first 10 times you do a raid, it's pretty awesome. Then it just gets, unless it's a fun encounter, I won't ever get sick of Argos. I really like it. But Callus got really old really fast too. It's just so much, so easy to screw up, and it's like, man, we've done this in 30 minutes before. Why is it taking us 4 hours? It's that type of thing. Zach F. I hope all players running Infinite Nova Bombs and Crucible get butt herpes. That is okay. I was gonna say if you can't beat them, join them. But unless you want to give yourself butt herpes, I would not recommend that. S7FZ, and this is actually a really good one. We didn't talk about this. I meant to. I wish SRL was back in Destiny 2. Yes, yes, yes. Why wasn't it brought back? We had that area in the Strike that was clearly designed like an SRL map. We, like, something feels like it's going to be coming at a later date. I just don't know, man. I swear to God, Jay-Z, if we get freaking SRL and we get the introduction, the reintroduction of Trick Sparrows, and they're hitting me on Eververse, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill every single one of your mother chickens.
You know they're gonna do that. Like,
but I don't want them to do it.
I don't either. But that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're like, that's why I said, like, why are we just rehashing Destiny 1 again in Destiny 2 and not learning from everything that we did? Why?
Why are Trick Sparrows? That's another thing. Why the hell are Trick Sparrows not in the game? What kind of garbage is that? You know what? Why does our vault look like this? You know what? Like,
like somebody threw up in it.
Yeah,
all over it.
Does someone want to tell me what type of sorting system this is? Watch this. I'm gonna hit the sorted by. Oh, it tells you now. It didn't used to tell you the sorting. Rarity. Okay, I'm sorted by rarity because for some reason, it's actually kind of cool. Okay, kind of like that now. Never mind. I take it back. I take back everything bad I've said about the vault. No, I don't.
No,
That's
don't.
a lie.
No.
That's a lie. I want my old vault back. Yeah. Look, you take the Destiny 1 code. You go. And then you hit Control C, and then you Control V. Boom. Bungie, hire me right now. 100,000 a year minimum. All right. We'll be talking. Okay. I get that it's not that easy. It's a new engine and stuff, but. It's like the concept's right freaking there. How hard it? You don't even have to redesign anything. That's a graphic. You have to recode it. That's a graphic. Just you know, like, come on. Oh man. Why do you have so much stuff in your vault? Because I freaking can. Because I like stuff. You know.
Who doesn't like stuff?
I've deleted everything that you can buy at vendors now. I've deleted. Look, this
everything
is all
that you can what?
That you can that you can buy, like all the now that you can buy like the armor directly from Shaxx and Zavala and Devrim K. I deleted all of it, but I have all the faction rally stuff, the trial stuff, the raid stuff, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because we're collectors. We want to be able to collect all of our stuff.
Do you see me? I'm wearing the ugliest. What? Okay, guys, this is the type of player I am. I'm wearing the ugliest armor set in the game instead of full prestige Leviathan armor, which is 100 gajillion% more prestigious, but I'm wearing the new stuff just to show off, like, this is what type of player I am. Like, I have this, but I don't want to wear this. I want to wear my new armor that I just collected, even though it is undeniably uglier, not as prestigious. That's what I do, man. That's just who I am. So whenever I get all of this stuff, I even have the original raids versions in my vault. So, oh man, yeah, yeah. That's we made it all the way through. We made it all the way through. Feedback. We're at a minute and pretty much 15 seconds. My head is dizzy. I have a Chipotle gift card right here that I want to go use. So I think we're gonna call it here, guys. Chipotle, not a sponsored video. Hashtag
Chipotle is live.
Chipotle is live. Do that. Okay, call it Chipotle, and I swear all of your friends will hate you, and it's the greatest things ever. Right?
Yes.
Do that. I love Chipotle. I love me some Takes-Makes. It's the greatest. All right, do that. Oh, what a live stream, man. We've ranted about some great stuff. We've ranted about some not so great stuff. Almost a year of doing this, Jay-Z. I'm gonna have to find out your year anniversary.
Mine was in like late March, early.
All right,
April,
I'll have to make you a cake or something and then eat it because we
Yeah,
don't live anywhere near each other.
By the time it comes in the mail, it's all moldy and stuff. Thanks, son.
Oh goodness. All right, yeah. So we talked about a bunch of stuff. We had a crap ton of people come out. I'm glad you guys are as passionate about this. Excuse me, as I am. Hopefully we get this fixed, man. This is a big problem. It needs to be fixed. Some corporate people just need to sit down, look in the mirror, and realize, like, you know, at the end of the day, if you have $10 million, you have $20 million, like, what the hell is the difference, right? Because you're not going to spend any of it. But, that being said, I've been Scaro9. You can find me at Scaro9 on Twitter. Fox, do not at me. I do not watch your show, and I will not reply to you on Twitter. Forbes, I'll probably give you a reply because that was a really good article. Obviously, Scaro9 on YouTube. We're about to hit 10,000 subscribers, guys. We're like right there. So let's keep going. And Jay-Z, I probably, like, once again, would not tell your Twitter. But, no, Jay-Z, do your thing, man.
Jay-Z Basketball 25 on Xbox and the Twitters.
Yeah, man. Okay, cool. Well, episode 45, hell of a week. Now, no, I want to say this next week. There will not be an episode. There will not be any rants. There will not be any justifications. There will not be any news because it's Christmas week and I will be out of state. But I hope every one of you has an excellent winter break or holidays or Christmas or Hanukkah.
Amazing holidays, yes.
Or what's the pagan version of Christmas called?
Winter solstice.
Winter solstice.
Is it winter solstice?
It was a couple days ago.
Whatever.
I hope you had a great winter solstice. I hope if you go to Chipotle, I hope you have some great queso. You know, may the queso gods bless your queso with extra queso.
Hopefully they cooked it thoroughly.
Yeah.
It should be fine.
Nah, man, raw blocks of cheese. I'm adamant that cold cheese is better than hot cheese.
Well, I'm talking the chicken and the beef and the steak. I'm not...
No, man, I like me some E. coli poisoning.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes.
Nah, man, I'm gonna go fat off some Chipotle. Once again, thank you guys. Zesia, thank you for moderating. You're awesome as always. Wolven, thanks for showing up for once in a while. Jeez. And yeah, guys, and thank you all these 50 people that just subscribed. You're the reason I do this, and the people that already subscribed, and the people that will subscribe, and I'd like to thank the Academy. But other than that, you guys have a fantastic week. I really do appreciate it, and I guess we'll see you back in 2 weeks. I will have videos all next week for you guys, though, so I'll be replying to those comments and stuff. But that's enough mini rants for me. So you guys have a fantastic Christmas, winter break, whatever, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.